والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. شروع اللہ کے نام سے جو نہایت رحیم ہے، مہربان ہے. بے شک قسم ہے زمانے کی، انسان خسارے میں ہے، ماں سوائے ان کے جو ایمان لائے اور نیک اعمال کیے اور جنہوں نے ایک دوسرے کو حق کی تلقین کی اور ایک دوسرے کو صبر کی وصیت کی. In the name of Allah, the gracious, the merciful, by the fleeting time, surely man is in a state of loss, except those who believe and do good works and exhort one another to accept truth and exhort one another to be steadfast. اللہ ہمیں حق کی پہچان اور صبر کی تلقین کرنے کی توفیق عطا فرمائے.
SMEDA board members, my colleagues of SMEDA, ladies and gentlemen, it is with immense pleasure that today we are unveiling SMEDA's research journal, which is the first initiative of its kind since inception of the organization in 1998. As you may know, SMEDA functions as a promoter and facilitator of the SME sector through advocating changes in policy and regulatory environment and provision of business development services to small and medium enterprises for enhancing their competitiveness. It catalyzes growth in the economy through development of SME clusters and common facility sectors. A brief overview of our activities and functions may be pertinent here. SMEDA provides business development services for SME facilitation in the shape of help desk, customized training programs, pre-feasibility studies and development of business plans. It provides legal services through help desk at all SMEDA regional offices to assist SMEs in resolving their legal issues and also to become aware about their rights. SMEDA's accounting package has been developed to assist SMEs in maintaining cost-effective accounting system to bridge the gap between SMEs and banks and put them in a professional perspective. Strategy development is another key aspect for us. We have already completed furniture and surgical instrument sector development studies, and the leather sector development strategy is being developed. We are also grateful to our international partners, including USAID, Japan International Cooperation Agency, Senior Expert in Services of Germany, GIE of Germany, and the Asian Productivity Organization. And we also have developed local expertise to provide technical assistance to the SMEs in the relevant industrial units and to upgrade their skills and improve systems. SMEDA has its own research and publications, including the SMEDA newsletter and SMEDA Observer. An SME baseline survey was also conducted by SMEDA in 2009. SMEDA's e-services include a SMEDA web portal. To date, more than 1 million visitors have visited the website. SMEDA's Information Resource Center maintains a specialized collection of information resources on SMEs and is fully automated. An online public access catalog for bibliographic data is also accessible to internal and external users on the web. Industrial Information Network is the first Pakistani B2B information portal designed specifically to cater to the trade information needs of businesses from various industrial sectors in Pakistan. Then there are certain interventions under the public sector development program of the federal government. Right now, 28 projects with a total cost outlay of rupees 2.8 billion have been initiated, keeping in view specific needs of SMEs. These are basically surgical interventions by the government with the view that if a successful model is put on ground, the private sector will replicate it and add value to the whole process. It also has a regional emphasis in the sense that it tends to build on the regional strengths. For example, you have an agro-processing facility in Bhutan, which is focusing on the mangoes, and likewise in Kundri, in the heart of the Kartar, in Sindh province, we are launching a project for enhancing the shelf life of red chilies, which are one of the best in the world. Likewise, FIDA has also entered into joint ventures under the private partnership, public-private partnership board, and some companies have been set up under the Village Product Specialization Initiative of the Prime Minister, basically in South Punjab. A couple of companies have started their production. Khadi and embroidery companies have started, and some more like a project to add value in the form of juices, and then spun yarn, and of course in the meat sector as well, they are about to take off. Ladies and gentlemen, organizations need to keep improving through periodic evaluations. SMEDA is in the process of devising a 5-year business plan in the light of its evaluation conducted by Dr. Salman Shah, former Federal Minister for Finance and Economic Affairs, and it was sponsored by the World Bank. We have also set up a small working group comprising of young Smedians to work out a short-term plan whereby we can restructure the organization within its existing resources and try to make it more effective, better focused on core areas, and to work in a proactive mode. We are also trying to intensify our existing international linkages because in the context of the NFC award, there has been significant resource transfer from the Federation to the provinces, and we need to have more projects which are funded by the provinces. Likewise, we are also strengthening our linkages with international donor community so that well-conceived projects can be implemented, and then of course, if they are successful, they can be replicated. For example, I think with the help of the World Bank and under the auspices of the Multi-Donor Trust Fund, we have just concluded a project for economic revitalization of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and FATA, and an amount of $20 million has been allocated for that. SMEDA has liked that program, we lead it and monitor its implementation. Likewise, we are also requesting the international community to launch a similar program for South Punjab, which too has been ravaged by flood, and it is an area where there is more mass illiteracy and poverty compared to the rest of the Punjab, and that needs to be brought at par with other areas of the province. Ladies and gentlemen, Pakistan has a large population of 3.2 million economic enterprises. This is a significant number, but unfortunately, the SME sector is constrained by many factors such as regulatory burden, access to finance, and weak support infrastructure, low technology base, and of course limited human resource capacity with an underdeveloped entrepreneurial culture. To overcome economic challenges and remove obstacles, developing nations seek solutions from tested development models. The prevailing development thought in the developing world emanates from these models and their benchmarking as suitably adapted for local circumstances. In the developing economy of Pakistan, while reform-based economic strategies prove to be the most practical, there is an immense need to carry out scientific research for economic development in order to provide policymakers and economic managers with the appropriate data and information to make sound decisions in the country's interest. The phenomenal growth of experience by the developed world has been made possible due to technical progress driven by knowledge generation. In the fast-changing global environment of today, it has become imperative for development planners to reassess the existing paradigms and realign economic priorities accordingly. However, in times of financial difficulties, priority for research, unfortunately, is given the least importance both by the public and the private sectors due to more pressing economic realities. It is this deficiency which we are trying to take care of in a very, I would say, on a very small scale, but every journey begins with a single step. Informed decision making is based on research, and SMEDA is uniquely placed in terms of outreach to SME clusters, access to trade associations, chambers of commerce and industry, academia, as well as the federal and provincial governments. In pursuit of its mission, it works through analyzing the value chains of the various SME sectors and the external business environment. Thus, it captures a holistic view of markets, technology, human resource and finance, along with the overall business environment in which businesses operate. SMEDA, in the capacity of a policymaker and service provider, comes across many policy options and choices, which provide a sound basis for raising and exploring the right policy questions. While this collective organizational wisdom is perpetually fed back into government's planning systems, there is a need, however, to step up the effort in a focused manner to increase the capacity of planning and development agencies to meaningful research. Here, I think, in the field of research, we again need collaboration between the public and the private sector, because taxes are collected and then, of course, allocated to research institutions in the public sector, but they don't seem to be demand-driven. I will just give one example. That is the cotton sector. Cotton cess is collected, the money goes to fund research, but unfortunately, because it is not demand-driven, there is no linkage between the cotton sector or the textile sector and the training and the research institutions, with the result that we have been stagnating in terms of our cotton output, in spite of the fact that our exports are mostly based on textiles. This is an area where we need to encourage some sort of working relationship with the private sector, so that the focus can be on more research, development of seed, instead of putting up buildings or investing in bricks and mortar. I hope that the research endeavor by SMEDA will prove to be extremely useful in the development of the SME sector in Pakistan, and I look forward to other organizations doing similar activities to join hands with us to strengthen this area of vital importance for SME development. I congratulate the team of Smidians involved in this endeavor and commend them for their hard work. I think our chief guest today, Mr. Shahid Rashid, who is our Federal Secretary for the Textile Industry, he too has contributed to this endeavor, and we are thankful to him for his support and for having taken time out in the basis today. I am also thankful to the distinguished panelists and to all of you, ladies and gentlemen, who have come here today to see this small and humble effort by SMEDA. We will strive to make progress in terms of conducting meaningful research and sharing it with the relevant stakeholders. On behalf of SMEDA, I thank you once again for being present here with us today.
In terms of its linkage with economic development in the country, you can see the figures there. Interestingly, 94% of growth is due to factors related to knowledge generation and its dissemination. So just not developing and publishing research journals is the question. The idea is to disseminate that information. And 64% is linked with research and development, and 30% of all growth is linked to advances in education, a very, very important aspect in economic development, and resource management. In fact, information is now considered to be the fifth factor of production, and we are moving beyond, we are all moving towards a knowledge-based economy. In terms of international benchmarking and its relationship of research with specialized institutions for research and training services, if we look at the figures here, you will see, interestingly, in India, the ranking according to the World Economic Forum stays pretty much in the 20s and 30s. That means they have a huge infrastructure related to specialized research and training services. And in comparison, if we look at Pakistan, it falls in the 90s, and it has pretty much been the same. The ranking for this year, in 2010-11, is at 97. Even in a country like Malaysia, the ranking has improved significantly from that of 2003-4, where it was 63, and now it is 25. So it seems that governments are investing in creation and supporting of these specialized research and training services. If you look at global data itself, it shows that there are over 7,000 think tanks related to development of, which play an important role in economic development of the world. Pakistan also realizes this, and the new growth model that is being pursued right now, and the 10th five-year plan that is being developed, is great emphasis on building a knowledge economy that sees the renewed role of the government as a facilitator of private sector businesses. It requires a paradigm shift in the thinking and planning processes, resulting priorities of the government, and requires public sector institutions to make investments based on informed decision making, which can only be possible if research is undertaken. SMEDA research is not new to SMEDA. We have been into research right from, say, 1998 when the institution was created, in fact, and sector development strategies was undertaken a year before. Now, a little bit on the SMEDA Research Journal. I'm sure you already have a copy of it in front of you. Why publish a research journal? There is an absence of quantitative data related to the SME sector. And we feel that SMEDA as an organization that sits between the public sector and the private sector, one of our fundamental roles is to advocate the cause of the private sector, and to do that we need empirical research to back up whatever recommendation that we are going to make to the government. So the research that we are conducting will feed into policy formulation and just not fly in the shelves of any government office, so to speak. And this dissemination of this research and follow-up will lead to recommendations that will translate into concrete, actionable plans. The articles that are contained in this research journal are based on empirical research. This shall be a semi-annual publication in which the content that will be part of this research journal is going to be developed in-house by SMEDA, and we also welcome external sources to contribute, the academia, the industry, and donors to make contributions to this research journal. General collateral issues and interest rates as being a problem for SMEs' access to finance, there was something peculiar related to the mindset of an SME. This paper particularly looks into that aspect of SME finance, that apart from interest rates, banking collateral, and there is something called the SME mindset which needs to be changed. That comes out as a major constraint for SMEs' access to finance. State of data availability on SMEs, and has that impact assessment, it makes impact assessment difficult as well. So the idea of this paper was to see what agencies collect data, what kind of data is collected, is it published, in what form is it published, and as a case study we tested what was the contribution of SMEs to the GDP. Interestingly, our journal. The way that we see ourselves moving forward is to undertake collaborative research with other development organizations and research organizations that are working in this field, particularly focusing on SMEs trying to work out indigenous solutions for SMEs. We believe in strengthening the industry-academia linkage, and dissemination of this particular research journal is one step in that direction. We would also propose the establishment of a Pakistan SME research network that will serve as a centralized platform of think tank and researchers, so that one can undertake this exercise of bringing
to the emphasized variable and 12.5% to the remaining 4 variables. Assigning these rates is again arguable, as reasons for assigning these exact rates are not very clear. These were only minor methodological concerns that I have raised. However, since the main objective of the study is to judge whether education has an impact on the overall quality of doing business, it is heartening to note that the researchers draw upon data from available literature on SMEs and national data sources such as FPS and SME baseline surveys. Now let me sum up the review of papers by saying that the first and the fourth paper
or in executive order, formulating a certain public policy and executing it. This has been a very unfortunate part of our national life. We have no mechanism through the media, the academia, the stakeholders, open debates on pros and cons of various issues, problems that confront us, and the kind of policies we formulate to address those issues. Unfortunately, difference of opinion is taken as a challenge to authority. In our bureaucratic, feudal setup, that bottleneck is continuing to be forced. Our productivity our manpower, their capability, their technical know-how is the weakest link in our economy. Be it SMEs, medium-sized enterprises or large-scale enterprises, across the board. We need to strengthen this. We probably
Chief Executive of this organization, and it gives me immense pleasure to see it come to fruition with an excellent publication, which has been, I know a lot of effort and hard work has gone into it. I know the team, which, as has been pointed out by Dr. Said Shafkat, wants to remain anonymous on many occasions because of their modesty, I believe. Have done an incredible job in putting these research papers together. The foundation is simply good. It generates debate, discussion, it generates controversy. But at the end of the day, much positive does come out of such an intellectual discourse. And as has been pointed out by one of the panelists, that policy formulation better times, and hopefully with some more access to markets abroad and some of the upgradation of technology that is taking place in the country, the incentives that the government is giving, including the technology upgradation fund that the Ministry of Textiles is going to launch very shortly. We do hope an improvement.